Hi everyone. As I promised, there is one single problem 461 from your chapter 4 that I would like to discuss it over here. It's a very good example and it's very practical and applied. It happens a lot that your interest rate changes somewhere in the middle of your planning horizon. So let's say I have a cash flow diagram given like this. It starts from time 0 to 8, and from 1 to 5 I have equal amounts of let's say payments of $100 at interest rate of 14%, and from 6 to 8 interest rate is 10%. Let's say I want to calculate its future worth at time 8, or present worth, or I may want to find its equal amounts from time 1 to 8. So for now, let's just focus on calculating the future worth. Let's say at time equal to 8. I want to find future worth at time equal to 8. To answer this question, what you need to do is to look at this piece separately and then look at this piece separately. Probably, again, there are different approaches to solve these type of problems. So probably something that is easier to do is to convert this, or to move this yellow part to time 5, move the green part also to time 5, and then you will have a single cash flow at time 5 that you can simply either move it to time 8, or you can shift it to time 0. So let's just convert everything, shift everything to time equal to 5. I will start with the yellow part. If I want to shift the um, yellow part to time equal to 5, I know that all the cash flow diagrams are all in the same direction, so that's totally fine. You can ignore the negative sign because they're all in the same direction, so I will not put negative every time. But I know since they are all in the same direction, I'm talking about the negative direction. So I'm going to change, convert or shift when the yellow part to time 5. So do you agree I have equal amounts of A? I want to find F for the given A. Interest rate for yellow part is 14%. What is the value of N that you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you recall, we said in chapter 3, F given A will shift you at the period which is the same as the last A. So right now I'm at time equal to 5 for yellow part. Then I have to move the green part to time equal to 5. So again, it will be 160. I want to shift it to time 5. So it means I have to shift it backward. So I want to find P for the given A, 10%. This time interest rate is 10% for the green part. And what is N? 1, 2, 3. You have 3 cash flows. And again, we talked about it before, and we said P given A will shift you one period before the first A. So at this point, you're at time equal to 5. So assume that you have a single cash flow diagram at time 5. Now, let's say if I want to shift it, for example, to time equal to 0, it's very easy. If I want to shift it to time equal to 0, it means right now I'm at time 5. I do have this value. I want to shift it to time equal to 0. So do you agree that I'm trying to find present worth for this? I want to find present worth of this, while so I want to say that if you want to shift this to time 0, actually, let's just do something. I wanted to shift everything to time uh, 5, even the P at time 5, but let's just not do that. Let's say I do have this cash flow at time 5. I want to shift it back to time 0. So I can simply multiply it by, I want to find P for this given F, I percent, and So tell me, what is the I value over here? Do you agree when you're at time 5, you want to shift it to time 0, your interest rate will be the interest rate that is applied for yellow part, so it's 14%. What is the value of n? From 5, you want to shift it back to time equal to 0. So your um, n is going to be equal to 5. If you do the calculation, the final answer for this is the present worth value. So this is the present worth. Present worth will be equal to 549.98. If I want to find, for example, f at time equal to 8, so do you agree that this, again, pink part is what you have over here? If I want to shift this forward, all I need to do, let me just see if I can select this piece so I don't need to write it again. Control C. So I have a single cash flow at time equal to 5, okay? If I want to shift it forward, do you agree that I want to find F for the given P? Interest rate is what? Look at here. Do you agree if I am at time 5, I want to shift something to time 8, I have to use the interest rate that is shown in green. So interest rate is 10%. From 5 this time, I want to move forward to time 8. So it will be 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8. So it will be 3. So in this case, you will be able to find the value of future worth at time equal to 8. If you do the calculation, you will see that F for time equal 8 will be 1409.4 dollars. The question is also asking us to convert whatever you have to equal amounts from time 1 to 8. So really, if you want to do that, the question is looking for a 1, 2, 3, all the way to 8. To answer this question, probably the easiest thing to do, again, to look at this, that I have shift everything to time equal to 5, that's I have it over here. So let's say I already know that there is a single cash flow with a known value at time equal to 5. I know that because it is equal to, let's see if I do Control V again, I can paste that over here. Yes. So I know that this is the value of cash flow that you have at time equal to 5. So I know that at t equal to 5, I have this one. Now I want to change it to A from 1 to 5 and 5 to 8 with equal amounts. So it will be A. Okay, this, if for this part, what you have, this cash flow that is shown in pink is like a future word for this piece. So it will be equal to A times F given A, interest rate of 14 and 5. But this pink cash flow that I have drawn over here, this amount is like a past form or past cash flow for this yellow area. So it will be plus A times, I want to find P for this given A, interest rate of 10% and 3. So as you can see, all the values are known, but right now the only thing which is missing is the value of A. So if you do the calculation, the value of A, I think should be 116.4. That would be great if you can confirm that answer at home. So again, if I want to convert this cash flow diagram to equal amounts, this pink single cash flow that I have in this cash flow diagram is shown over here in bottom. So if I have this cash flow for this, let's say, green piece, it's like a future worth. But for the yellow part, it's like a past cash flow. So that's why I do have this information written. So generally, this is a very good example of what should we do when your interest rate changes in the middle of planning horizon.